Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we've got a pair of wide receivers who certainly want to be targeted throughout the game. It's the Chargers going up against the Dolphins. Now we'll take you out to San Diego Stadium for this matchup.
Dolphins, Chargers on EA Sports. We welcome you to San Diego, California for today's game.
Hello, friends. Jim Nantz alongside Phil Simms. And I guess the big question, Phil, before a kickoff is what do you expect here today?
Well, I think we got two really good football teams playing here. And I'll say this. I don't like to say this very much, Jim, but it's true in this game here today. It's about the quarterbacks. Which one is going to have the hot hand?
The Dolphins setting up here for the kickoff. The Chargers are back deep, ready to return the kickoff. This game is underway. He'll take it from the 1. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. Raised in Alabama, educated at NC State. Here is quarterback Philip Rivers.
Philip Rivers, one of the most accurate deep throwers in the NFL.
First down at the 25. Looking across the middle. 2 hands on the football and has the catch.
Philip Rivers in his bolo tie. They can do it all. How about that? But on this play action fake, he's accurate with the throw. That's a good job.
Rivers is going to throw once again on this down. And it's batted down. As we look at the lineups, there's the future Hall of Famer Antonio Gates, one to watch today.
I think when you look at Antonio Gates, what surprises you see that he's big and fast, but he's very deceptive. Knows how to set defenders up. That's why he gets wide open.
The Chargers will take the snap from the 45. Wake's able to read that play and make the hit.
The Chargers know one of the worst things you can do in the NFL is lose yardage on a run play. They do it that time on second down, and now they have 3rd and long, and the coach is going, well, what do you want me to call? Not many things can work on 3rd and long.
Loss of 3 on the play. Philip Rivers from the shotgun. The Chargers now move the chains.
I think when I was playing, anytime we crossed the 50-yard line, it was kind of like a big sigh of relief because I knew now that there were a lot of things that could take place. I could afford to take sacks. I could afford to be a little more aggressive. Let's see how the offense reacts to this.
Here they come to the 41-yard line. Now 1st and 10. Gordon's got it on the handoff. Taking a look at the linebackers. They're young, they're unheralded, but they do know how to make plays. And it'll be 2nd down and 6 after the running play on 1st down. Knocked down as he fires it.
3rd down and 6.
Rivers will take the snap from the gun. The Chargers get a 1st down. The tackle's made, and the 1st down is picked up.
When you run the slant route, it's very important to know as a receiver that you're going to catch that football probably in between some linebackers.
Coming to the line at the 30. They're back at the line after that catch for a 1st down.
Gordon's got it. Screen.
If you see zone defenses, throw it into the open spaces. That's what the quarterback did that time. Good job by the receiver running in there and making the catch.
The Dolphins defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. The Chargers have it at the 24. Pass is intercepted. He's brought to a halt. The Dolphins quarterback is Ryan Tannehill, the former collegiate wide receiver who has blossomed every year.
I think when you talk about Ryan Tannehill, there's not one thing that jumps out at you that is great, but he does a lot of things really good. Throws the football with accuracy, has decent arm strength, and also can move around pretty well.
1st down at the 23. Delayed handoff. That's a gain of 6.
Nothing like the draw play. Get those defensive ends rushing up the field to hit the quarterback. Boom! You hand the football off. Big running lanes. That's why it works so well.
Second down and 4. Lamar Miller with the carry. A dive's there that time for the tackle.
Miller's a great running back to have on your football team, isn't he? He goes up in there and gets the 1st down. Now your offense has 3 more chances.
1st down here.
Midway through the 1st. Handoff. And that's a gain of maybe 5.
Here's a look at the offensive unit that needs to get off to a strong start today. And it's now 2nd down and 5 after running it on 1st down.
The Chargers defense now is going to go nickel. Tannehill's going to take it from the gun. Landry's got the catch and the 1st.
Well, the quarterback showed off his arm strength that time, didn't he? He put the football right on the money, on a line, right into the receiver's hands.
The Chargers go with the dime formation here on defense.
There's a flag out.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Defense was trying to guess the snap count, and it cost them there. Set up now at the 42.
It'll be 1st and 5.
Miller's going to secure the handoff. Manti Te'o makes the tackle.
Miller's a very smart runner. He knows situations in the game. He saw the 1st down yard markers, and what does he do? He gets past them and picks up the 1st down.
The Dolphins line up in the pistol offense. The Dolphins snap it at the 36.
Trying to fight through right up the middle of the field.
One of the players who patrols the secondary for San Diego is safety Eric Weddle.
Eric Weddle's an all-pro football player, and he deserves to be that. He is tremendous against the pass, and he is a sure tackler when he gets near the line of scrimmage.
Coming up, second down.
Miller's going to get it again here. And he's tackled, but not until he picked up the first down.
What a good job by the running back that time. He reads the blocks very well, and he picks his way through there and picks up a first down. That's nice.
First down here after the run.
The Chargers lined up in the nickel. Screen pass to Stills. Ball is out. Tackles made. Great job by the defense, forcing and recovering the fumble.
You said the appropriate word there, forcing. The hit was so solid and so good. The offensive player had no choice. He had to give up the football.
The Chargers offense can reignite things now after last time moving the football only to throw a drive-ending interception.
And this is what this defense lives on. They thrive on it. They let you move the football a little bit, but they wait for that mistake. Is that mistake going to be an offensive penalty, a drop pass? That time it was an interception, so that's what this defense does, and they do it well.
First down at the 47. Gordon's ready to run off the screen. And Jones in on the tackle.
I know you won't believe this, but sometimes completing a short pass like that does give a quarterback confidence, so it does serve a purpose.
Second down and 7.
There's a flag right there.
Pass interference. Defense.
The Chargers are at the line of scrimmage with a pair of backs split behind the quarterback. The Chargers will take the snap from the 35. And Wake in on the tackle.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this, over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
Second down following the run. Here's the quick toss.
And Jones in on the tackle.
Gordon is a great running back to have on your football team, isn't he? He goes up in there and gets the first down. Now your offense has 3 more chances.
We played a quarter, and it's the defenses that are shining. We're all tied up. Back after this. Back here to start quarter 2. We are deadlocked right now in a game that has seen its fair share of defense.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to watch, isn't it? I love defenses when they come out and they just establish the line of scrimmage and beat the offense up. That's what we've seen so far, and I think it's going to continue.
Rivers' pass was intended for Antonio Gates. The next snap will come from the 2-yard line.
That defensive front looks impenetrable here on the goal line.
And the second quarter is underway with this snap.
And he's across for the touchdown. And here in quarter number 2, they've taken the lead with that touchdown.
Yeah, the offensive coordinator, boy, he's got to be happy with the play calls and the execution by the players on the offensive side. That was a good, smart drive.
The Chargers lined up now for the point after.
Add the extra point. The kick is good. The Dolphins are back deep, waiting to return the kick.
And Williams is taking a knee here, so the ball will be spotted at the 20. The Dolphins just gave up some big turnover points. Let's see if they can hold on to the football this time, Phil, because we know how crucial it is. We talked to the coaches about it this week. This was their concern with this team.
Well, if you want to stay on the field, you better quit turning it over, right, Jim? That's what the coaches look. You make mistakes on the field, they're going to be forgiven to a point. But
Interception by Eric Weddle. Nobody was going to catch him there. Touchdown.
talking about getting your team full of emotion and getting everything on your side. How about that interception by the defense and then taking it back all the way for the score?
The Chargers getting set for the point after. The point after try is in the books. The Dolphins are back deep, waiting for the kick.
Williams is not going to test the coverage this time as he takes a knee. The Chargers defense has been just remarkable. It reminds me of the Ravens defense back in 2000 when they led statistically in virtually every category on their way to winning the Super Bowl, Phil.
Yeah, you talk about that defense. They were scared. My gosh, they went out there. If you scored a touchdown against that defense, Jim, you felt like
going to take it the distance. Tannehill's marked down at the 27.
They're able to move the chains after that last run. Here they come back to the line after the 50-yard gainer on the previous play.
He'll stand back beyond the center in the gun.
Scans the field.
Coming to the line at the 27. The Chargers with a nickel look here on defense. The Dolphins from the 27. That's dropped by Stills, who couldn't bring it in.
every quarterback hates a situation like this. You're down the football game, and you got 3rd and long, but you must be thinking, don't turn it over. So don't force the situation by trying to throw one in there in tight coverage. If they're not open, throw it short.
Lining up for a 44-yard field goal. And he puts it through for 3.
Never take it for granted. When you're trying a field goal, a lot of things could go wrong, but good execution that time by the offense and a good kick. 3 points.
tackles made right around the 25-yard line.
The Chargers offense heading back onto the field to start the drive after the result of their last possession was a touchdown. You think they've got another one in them, partner?
Oh, I absolutely do. I mean, just look at it. They got a good football team. The quarterback has great confidence and talent. When you put those things together, that makes you good. It makes you dangerous. And I wouldn't be surprised to see him march down there again. Rivers' job is to sell that play fake, and boy, did he do it that time. It fooled the defense, and they get the completion.
We'll set up now at midfield.
The Dolphins defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. First down at the 50. And Gates has got it on a pass that had something taken off of it.
Rivers able to show off the footwork. Wow, what a good job. Look at those feet. Like a dancer. Gets himself in very good position to throw the football.
They break huddle at the 18-yard line.
Let's see how they back up the big play here. Gordon's handed the football. Jenkins is the one who made the big stop.
The Dolphins guessed right on the defensive side that time. They thought it was going to be a run play. They were all over it, and they got it in the backfield and made the tackle.
Second and 11. Gordon's taking the handoff.
Gordon is trying to be patient, but there is nowhere to run that time, and he only gets a short gain.
3rd and 10 coming up. Rivers out of the gun. Gets it out for the completion.
Good job by the defense that time. They play smart. 3rd and long, cover the deep receivers, make the quarterback throw it short on 3rd and long.
Comes up short.
There is nothing more deflating to the offense in a football team than to watch your field goal kicker go out there and not even get it long enough or give it a chance to go through the uprights. Really big down for the team.
The Dolphins from the 22. The defense gets a sack.
What a good scheme that time by the defense. They confuse the offense. They blitz. They don't know who to pick up. And how about the defender? They must love this. Coming in free and gets a good clean shot on the QB and gets a sack.
Tannehill's lined up. 2 tight ends set. It's Miller. That's Weddle making the stop.
Sometimes on 3rd and long from the defensive side, I like the fact that you can blitz. Send more guys than they can block. Make the quarterback throw the football quickly and short. Then it's all up to coming up and making the tackle.
3rd and 12 to go. Ajaya with the reception. He's brought down. That's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, as a quarterback, sometimes you got to trust that arm and throw the football past the 1st down marker. There were guys open, but no, he takes the safe route, throws it short. Defense makes the tackle, and here we are staring at a 4th down.
He's going to try and return this one. Gains 15.
The Chargers know there's 3 parts to every football game: offense, defense, and special teams. What a play for the special teams here. Good punt return, good blocking. They get it done.
Cameron Wake coming on to the field now.
He has to be pretty discouraged with the way this game has played out in the early stages, Phil.
Yeah, I think he should be. Listen, what you do as a defensive leader, you got to go out there and rally the troops. And what do I mean about rallying the troops? Just get them together and make sure they're just doing their job. Always good to have these types of runs. Yeah, it's not a 1st down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
It's second down and 3.
And Wake in on the tackle.
Third and 2 here after the run.
The Dolphins defense now is going to go nickel. Rivers out of the gun.
Going for the home run. The ball is jarred loose.
The Chargers know to win in the NFL, you got to pick up third downs. It doesn't matter how you do it. Third and short, they go with the pass. Not executed very well. Now it's fourth down.
Cypress called on to punt.
Landry's going to make the fair catch this time.
Landry's ready to start this next possession. They're staring at a deficit, and he's not had a first half to remember up to this point.
Not going to blame it all on him. There's a lot of people to blame on the offensive side, and I'm going to start with the coaches. You just got to have a better plan on how to get your star wide receiver open. They haven't done that. He's really had no chance to get it done.
Miller's going to take the handoff now.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on first down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
Loss of 4 on the play. In a dangerous spot here. Backs to the end zone. Stepping up to the line at the 6. And a flag is down.
Offside. Defense.
That's what happens when you try to guess the snap count.
Miller's lined up behind his quarterback as the single back.
2nd and 9. Toss to the outside.
Manti Te'o takes him down.
Miller's never able to build up that power that he has as a running back when there's nowhere to go. Hey, there's nowhere to go. That's a short game.
Halftime, 2 minutes away. Welcome back, and we're coming out of the 2-minute warning. 3rd down and 8. Stands in the pocket. It's caught by Landry.
Landry's tackled down at the 50. That's another reception. Give him 2.
Good job of hurrying up and getting on that football and trying to get the play off. Don't use the timeout here. Good clock management. Snap that football.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
The Dolphins from the 37.
It's caught by Matthews. And that's a gain of 10. Offense still looking for a first after that completion on 2nd down.
Tannehill's back in shotgun formation. Landry's got it on a pass, had some heat on it. A player is down on the field, and the training staff comes out, and we'll step aside for just a moment. And welcome back. Danielle Bellini is working on getting us an update on the injury as we return to action.
Yeah, it didn't look great. Not going to speculate on what the injury, but when you're watching it live, you go, oh my gosh, it makes you shudder just for a second. Let's hope it all works out.
1st and 10. The ball is taken out of his hands.
That's a wonderful job that time by the secondary. Everybody's in position, nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football, and it leads to another incomplete pass.
2nd and 10 coming up. From the gun, Tannehill. And this goes incomplete as he was looking over the middle.
Well, when you get in a situation like this, Jim, and you get 3rd and long, I'll tell you what catches a defense by surprise. Run a double move on the outside against the defensive back, because everybody in the stands and the defensive players all think you're going to throw it short.
Sims is going to pull in the bullet pass. The Dolphins, 1 timeout remaining.
Ready to snap the football at the 13.
That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. And touchdown. This game is tight. A touchdown right before halftime. And, Phil, perhaps that momentum will carry over to the second half.
Shoot, it changed everything, didn't it? I mean, look at them. They're excited, and just how you and I are looking at the game is going to change, or has changed quite a bit. What a job finding a way to get a touchdown and get this game close.
Dolphins for the extra point. And the point after is good. The Chargers kickoff return team is on the field. After seeing their defense surrender some points, the score's 14-10. He'll take it from the 6. Gates is out wide on the left. First down at the 31. Allen with the reception. After the pass play, gain 7. 2nd and 3 on the way. Rivers has got it in the gun. But the hit knocks the ball out.
Well, they always say if you get your hands on the football, you got to make the catch. Yeah, right. The guy that made that rule up wasn't getting hit as he was trying to catch the football. Nice hit that time by the defender.
Rivers over to Malcolm Floyd. The Chargers call a timeout. Their first. Let's get the injury report from Danielle Bellini.
Guys, I just spoke with a Chargers official. At this point, the medical staff is going to hold him out of this one with what they're still just calling an upper body injury. So, guys, he's out for the day. Back to you.
And intercepted. He's brought down. The Dolphins have gone up top all day, Phil. Tannehill's been dropping back and airing it out.
He's had the time to air that football out, and what we are seeing, the speed of this offense. And speed, what does it do? It can get down the field behind the defense, and they are making big plays. Nice job of the defense that time. In position, they read the quarterback's eyes, and it led to an interception.
The Chargers with 2 extra defensive backs in the dime. First down at the 39. Tried to find his target over the middle, but that pass goes incomplete.
There's a difference. When you play zone, you drop back and you watch the quarterback and you react to the football. When you're playing man-to-man, all you're worried about is where that receiver goes. You try to shadow him, look for the football, and try to make a play.
Looking at every option. Down the field. And he makes the catch. No, the ball comes out. The ball is knocked out of his hands.
Neither offense able to pull away in a first half that saw two defenses matching each other step for step. Larry Ridley coming up next to break down this first half.
Thanks, Jim, and welcome to the EA Sports Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Chargers are happy to be in front right now and just want to play 2 more solid quarters. The Dolphins won't panic either. They know they just need to take it 1 play at a time. All right, let's roll the highlights. 3rd down at the 41. Allen makes a catch coming across the middle, and he'll be tackled at the 41-yard line. An interception would get the defense off the field. Now following the interception, Stills is going to make the catch, but fumble here. Offense out now after the fumble. Gordon's looking for room to run, and this run goes for a touchdown. They strike first in the half. Now to early in the second quarter. Tannehill's throw under pressure leads to the turnover. Chargers will take it back for the touchdown. That puts them on top by 14. 3rd down from the 13. Landry's got the catch here, and he ends up at midfield before he's stopped on the play. Sticking with the same drive, Ryan Tannehill would squeeze the pass in here. And after the short pass, he'll score. This cuts the deficit to 4. 3rd down at the 39. Quick pass, and Floyd gets the catch. And the play will come to an end after a gain of 20. There would later be a pick to end the drive. So that'll do it for us. We'll send you back down to the field where Jim Nantz and Phil Simms are on the call.
All right, Larry, thank you for all of those updates. And now the teams are coming back onto the field, and we're about to get the second half started. Miller's going to drop to a knee here, so this will come out to the 20. The Dolphins talk things over at the intermission, and I'm sure one of the first orders of business was to try to figure out a way to get this offense going, Phil.
Absolutely. That's what you want to do, and I think you do that by play call. So the coach, they have many plays that we call drive starters. Catch the defense by surprise. They need to call one of those right here and right now to get this offense going.
After the incomplete pass, it brings up 2nd down. And now here's the first snap of the second half. Atachu's all over the ball carrier.
In this league now, you have so many talented receivers who can go down the field and make tough catches that you could design a play that might give you a chance to pick up this first down, even though it's long.
Ryan Tannehill will be under center. 3rd down and 11. Makes the catch in the open field. That's reception number 2 for him.
The Dolphins, good job that time moving the chains, picking up that first down. And, Jim, of course, there's no time to panic in a situation like this. I think they know that. It's in the second half. You're down just a few points. Just keep looking for ways to get another first down, and that'll serve your team well. Good job by the defense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
Loss of a couple that time. That's 2nd down coming up. The Chargers lined up in the nickel. Ryan Tannehill will take it from the gun. It's got some daylight. Tannehill will slide here and in the play.
Good job that time by the quarterback sliding. The team, you are valuable to them throwing the football, not running. Slide before you take that hit.
3rd down and 6. Parker's there to catch a ball that had a lot of heat on it.
The Dolphins did a good job that time picking up the first down. Let's look at the situation. You're behind in the second half. You keep looking to pick up those first downs, and you get enough of them. What does it do? Pretty simple. It leads to a score.
1st down at the 43. Makes the reception. They'll mark him at the 34.
The Dolphins coaching staff, they have been smart today. They are keeping everybody off balance, even me. I thought for sure they would run the football, but no, they come out on first down, they throw it, they pick up solid yards. Good job by them.
2nd and 1,
And the give to Lamar Miller. He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a first down.
Miller's a very smart runner. He knows situations in the game. He saw the first down yard markers, and what does he do? He gets past them and picks up the first down.
First down at the 30. Back to the ground. Miller's met after a gain of 3. The Dolphins have tried a couple of different ways to get the running game going, but it hasn't paid off. Miller's been shut down from his very first carry on.
No balance by this offense, like you said today. They can't run the football, but I've said this all the time. It's not always about just dominating physically and blocking up front. Running backs have to do their part. They have to make good decisions, and they got to break some tackles. Man, this defensive end, Jim, he is some talent. That time, good job, makes the move, shows the speed, and gets around there and gets the sack.
Loss of 4 on the play. The Dolphins snap it at the 31. Ball was out. The offense was able to recover the ball. They bring him to the turf. What a lucky break this time. They fumble, but they recover it and maintain possession.
NFL teams, the offense, every single day they work with anybody that's going to handle the football. How to hold it, he didn't do a good job that time. That's why he fumbled.
The kick is good.
They had to get back within range before this game got much later, and they have done just that with this field goal midway through the third quarter.
Yeah, that's the positive, that they got back in the game. It's close, everything here in the third quarter. But you know what? You got to worry about it. You think, hey, we had an opportunity. Did we squander 7 points right there? Will that cost us a game? Well, we're going to find out.
That return's good for about 25. The Chargers offense back on the field trying to make up for that costly mistake the last time they had the ball. The turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So you made that mistake, let it go, and go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score some points.
Both secondaries have really stepped up today, Phil.
Yeah, they have. It's so hard to be a defensive back in the NFL to cover some of the fastest runners in the world to do that. And also we know they can't touch them either, so they're having an outstanding day.
Gordon's got it on the handoff. Gordon's tackled down at the 39. He's now over 50 yards rushing on the day. That last play was a run. Third down coming up. Gordon's going to secure the handoff. Another third down conversion. The offense continues to come through in the clutch.
That's what you want to do. Just get a first down, especially when you're on top. Keep the clock moving. Keep the defense guessing. Make them react instead of attack.
Gordon's lined up directly behind the quarterback here. Vernon wraps up the QB.
Well, every defense is looking for somebody to sack the quarterback, and that time the speed of the defensive end gets around the tackle and gets the sack.
The Chargers from the 32. Allen's got it on a pass that had some heat.
Chargers really got it going now. They got confidence. They got momentum. They got a small lead here in the second half. And that first down, what does it do? It just gives the offensive coordinator confidence. And, of course, this quarterback, he is always ready to go.
Rivers, his completion percentage, 60% on the day. First down here. Let's see what they do on first down following that huge play. Green's got it. First down.
Every quarterback in the NFL loves this coverage where you got 4 defensive backs all playing deep. So in routes, anything across the middle usually is wide open. Good job by the quarterback taking advantage of the defense that time.
First down at the 21. Airing it out. Oh, the receiver turns around and defends the pass and takes away what would have been a pick.
Do one thing at a time. Catch the football, then do the next thing. Run with it. He tried to run with it too quick. That's why he dropped it.
The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. The Dolphins with a nickel look here on defense. 2nd and 10. Gordon's the receiver on the screen. Touchdown!
That was a nice sustained drive by the offense, marching down the field, taking advantage of everything the defense gave them, and it led to a touchdown.
The Chargers now will tack on the extra point. It's good. The Dolphins are back deep, waiting for the kick return. Miller's going to take a knee, so this will come out to the 20. The Dolphins counted on the passing game early, but it slowed down after a hot start. Tannehill's tried to adjust to the defense, but it hasn't worked out.
Well, he's tried, but listen, there's nothing he can do about the offensive line. It's not been as sharp, but I'll tell you what, when the offensive line is not sharp, our quarterback's going to lose confidence.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Players for both sides made an appeal, but the referees say it's on the defense. The Chargers defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. Can't find space, and this will be a loss of 1 on the play.
Got to give the defense some credit on first down. There's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
Tannehill from the gun. Lamar Miller has the catch. Met by Flowers that time.
The Dolphins look pretty confident out there on the field, don't they? And they're very calm, and they should be. That first down, they're right in this game. Don't look down the field for that big play. Just keep marching.
Tannehill's now completed 4 in a row. First down coming up. And as the third quarter comes to a close, we'll take a short break before the beginning of the 4th in San Diego, California. The Dolphins are still in possession as we get this final quarter underway. Going to be a penalty here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Players from both sides making an appeal, but the officials saw it on the defense. The Dolphins come to the line, and they put their receivers in a bunch formation. Final quarter underway now with this snap. Miller's got it, and a first.
The Dolphins just picked up a big first down that time, Jim. When you're down in the second half, every first down is crucial. Nice job that time by the offense.
They come to the line, and it's first down. From the gun, Tannehill. Running room. Tannehill's going to slide and avoid the hit.
That's a really smart job that time by the quarterback. Pick up all the yards you can, and before you're going to get hit, slide in there like you're going to second base.
The Dolphins will take the snap from the 40. And Matthews has got the catch and the first.
You got to be agile when you make these kind of catches, running these short drag routes across the field. That time we saw the agility of the receiver. Nice catch.
Tannehill's completion percentage, 60% on the day. The Dolphins have it at the 34. Over the middle and incomplete that time.
Well, the quarterback that time tried to squeeze it into tight coverage, but no can do. The coverage is too good. The football falls incomplete.
At the line of scrimmage, the 34.
Second down and 10. Can't find the target on the pass underneath.
I think, Jim, you know, when you got a close game like this, that's third and long on the offensive side, you got to be smart. You know, don't take a chance. If you take a chance and cause a turnover, then that can turn the game around big time. So I expect the quarterback here to be very conservative with his decision.
Touchdown. That'll close the gap. Early in the fourth, and they've climbed back into this one quite nicely. That touchdown couldn't have come at a better time.
Awesome job by them getting out there, finding a way to make this game close by scoring that touchdown. But listen, as a coach, don't do anything stupid like onside kicking and take your team and put them right back in a tough situation.
Gets the handle here. So from 2 yards out, they get it across and secure 2 extra points. The Chargers ready to return the kick. Woodhead will run this one out. Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23. The Chargers offense preparing to get this drive underway. Their last drive actually ended in a touchdown, Phil. We'll see if they still have it in them to issue a repeat performance.
Well, what you saw in that last drive was everything just came together perfectly for him. The experience of the football team, the talent of the players, and the coaches helped them out, and they got it done.
And it's now second down and 5 after running it on first down. The Chargers at the line of scrimmage with their set of receivers in a bunch formation. Ndamukong Suh has the sack.
Well, we know one thing. If you're a defensive tackle, you got power, and it was on display that time. Wonderful job by the big fella, busting through there and getting the sack on the QB.
Third and long.
Jim, it's a tied game in the fourth quarter, and your defense, they want to try to win it, so they're aggressive on third down. Now the offense is in fourth down, probably going to have to punt it to you.
Picks up 8 here.
The Chargers defense comes onto the field after surrendering a touchdown on the last drive.
Well, they're hoping for better results. No question about that, Jim. They got to come out. They got to hustle. There was not enough hustle last time. And the number one key for all defensive teams is play hard.
Way to call them out there, partner.
Hey, that's what I do. I like to call people out.
The Dolphins will come to the line. Still a very close game here in the fourth quarter. The score's 21-21. The Dolphins have it at the 44. They run the counter play. Away from the ball, there's a flag down on the field.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Grabbing the face mask. We see it almost once a week, and here it happens again.
Well, a lot of times these defenders, I'll give them a little slack because they're running so fast. They're trying to tackle some tremendous athletes in open space, and sometimes accidentally you're going to grab the face mask.
It's caught by Devontae Parker. That's his third catch of the day. The Dolphins have been involved in a highly competitive game here today, and it's been their passing attack that has come through. Tannehill's really been locked in today.
Their passing game has absolutely kept them in this football game. That's why they're tied, and and at this point, they have to hope the quarterback is going to lead them to victory.
The Dolphins take it from the 38. That ball should have been picked, but instead it's knocked away incomplete.
That incompletion by the quarterback, hey, I give the quarterback no fault. That was just tremendous coverage by the secondary player. He's in position and able to make the football be incomplete.
This is third down. Ryan Tannehill will take it from the gun. Over to Cameron. That's a pickup of 14.
Nice job that time by the tight end. Makes the catch, and you got to look out for him now in the NFL. Remember, they're usually the closest receiver to the quarterback. Quarterback gets in trouble, he's going to look for the tight end.
Coming to the line at the 24.
First down at the 24. Choose all over that offense and brings him down. The Dolphins continue to battle, but they haven't been able to figure out how to run the football. Miller struggled from the very start.
Jimmy has. It's just not been a good day running the football, but I'll say it again. I say it many times. You got to be patient. It's hard for guys like me or fans to understand that, so the offensive coordinator's got to stay with the game plan.
The Dolphins will take the snap from the 25. Miller's tackled down after a gain of 5.
You got to be big, strong. You got to be tough, and we saw all those qualities that time in that run. Look at the broken tackles. Well, when you have a tie game and you're down in the red zone, you can do whatever you want. You can pull them with a run here, or you can take a chance and throw the football in the end zone to get a score. You're running back in this league and you pick up first downs and you don't fumble the football, I promise you one thing, you're going to get more carries.
The Chargers defense now is going to go nickel. There is a flag out.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
The defense a little jumpy right there.
Only 8 yards to go.
They feed it to him one more time. Weddle's able to read that play and make the hit.
The Dolphins offensive coordinator, he has to be frustrated by that play. I think he calls the right play, but what happens is the run loses yards. That's just a bad job by the offensive line.
Second down, about 3.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. He's going to get another carry. And Ingram's there to make the stop. Third down now. Time becoming a factor in this game. Takes it on the draw. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down. Defense calls a timeout. A short field goal try on the way. The kick is good. They've done it. They put themselves in front with just minutes to play. Can they hold the lead after making the field goal, Phil?
Well, Jim, we're going to find out. But I'll tell you this. This is what it's done for the football team, that field goal. It's given them great energy. Now they take advantage of that energy and go out there and stop the opponent's offense.
That return's good for about 29. The Chargers weren't able to get anything out of their last drive and were forced to punt as they take the field here. Do you think they are going to vary their approach, Phil?
Well, I hope so. I think they will. They got a lot of information out there in that short drive, Jim, and you do that by showing different formations of plays. You saw how the defense reacted to it. Now you counter-react and see if you can get some positive plays.
I'm sure they're tired of being in the 3-and-out business.
Well, it's a bad business to be in. I know. I get in a lot of bad businesses.
It's Gates with the reception. And Gates is taken down at the 25. And now we reach the 2-minute warning. Welcome back, friends. The offense has the ball, trying to pull out a victory here with just 2 minutes to go. First down, pressure on every snap now. Defense lining up here late in this one, trying to hold on to the lead. Almost intercepted.
That was excellent man-to-man coverage that time. When you want to shut down a receiver, really the only way to do it is to man up and play him one-on-one.
Second and 10. Throws the pass. This is an almost must-convert scenario. Third down coming up here in the late stages. Yes, that's 4-down territory, but you don't want to face make or break at this point.
Yeah, on the defensive side, now it's time for the coach to do his job. Be aggressive. Call a defense that the offense has not seen so far today. If you do that, I think you'll catch them by surprise.
That's his fourth catch of the day. Well, the defense was trying to come up with the big stop there, but the offense is able to keep the chains moving.
Well, there's just no panic in the offense when you see what they've done so far here today, Jim. They kept their heads about them, and they just calmly executed that third down play.
The Chargers at the line of scrimmage, split backfield. And he's taken down. Rivers is in a whole lot of pain right now. We'll take an injury timeout and be back in just a moment. The Chargers from the 22. Gordon's handed the football. Brought down by Vernon. The Chargers get set to snap the football. Only one timeout remaining here in the fourth. Third and forever. Intercepted. What a horrible time to throw the interception. But hats off to the defense here, Phil. They come up with the stop, the play, the takeaway at just the right time.
Yeah, listen, I give the defense all the credit in a situation like this. You know, they took advantage of a quarterback who they knew was going to have to take a chance, and they were ready to pounce on him.
Let's go now to Danielle Bellini, who has the injury update.
Guys, I just spoke with a Chargers official. Phillip Rivers' injury is lower body related, but guys, the team feels he's in good enough shape to return. Back to you.
Miller's brought down after picking up only a yard. The Chargers will stop the clock here with this timeout, needing to preserve time. 3rd down. The Dolphins will look to get to the 29 to pick up a first. All set to punt here.
This was a hard-fought game, partner, but somebody had to lose.
Oh, man, nothing worse than being such a hard-fought game. It's physical. You get hit a lot. It's rough and tough. And then you go in the locker room and you still lost a close one. Tough to take.
So for Phil Simms and all the crew at EA Sports, Jim Nantz saying so long for now.